What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of CLX Foundry Live. It's Paul and Zach here in the CLX studio. We've got another awesome build ready for you guys today. This build is really all out. It's been a while since we've done one this fancy, so thank you guys for being here. DJ is out today. DJ's usually here with us on the Tuesday show, but he is sick today, so everybody wish him well. If you're new to the show, we build computers here, so most of the time it's customer builds. That's what we're doing today, but every now and then we'll just do some marketing builds, stuff like that. So if you're familiar with the Thursday show, today will be a lot like that. We've got our chats up here, so if you guys have any questions about PC building or anything, we will do our best to answer them. Welcome in, guys. Osmart, hello. Always good to see you. Cosworth, hello. Ivory, Nicole, hello, everybody. So I'm going to do a quick rundown of the specs of this build, and then we will get started. So this one's going out to Topeka, Indiana. I didn't know there was a Topeka in Indiana. That's our state capital.
Yeah,
so.
I think we were here first.
Yeah, Topeka's our capital, so we got the real Topeka. But anyways, I'll do a quick rundown of the specs, and then we will get going. So this one is very high end. So starting out with our processor, we've got the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. To cool that, we've got our CLX Quench 360 AIO in white. For our motherboard, we've got the MSI Pro Z890P Wi-Fi. And for our memory, we've got 2 sticks of crucial 64 gigabytes. So a total of 128 gigs of memory in this system. For our storage drives, we've got a 2 terabyte Samsung 990 EVO. It's an NVMe drive, so that's going to be our main one that our OS is on. And then we have a secondary 16 terabyte drive. So 18 terabytes of storage in this build. That is a whole lot. For our video card, we've got an RTX 5090. It's our Founders Edition. It's what's in this brown box right here. This is all going inside of our white cube. We've got 9 of our Game DS Aeolus M2 fans in white as well, with a, what is this, a 1200 watt power supply from Fantex. Been a while since we had a Fantex power supply in there. It's that Revolt one you see, and then obviously we've got the cable kit to go with that. So with that being said, we're going to get started on this build, and we'll get going. I think he is ORD. I don't know if he's still all that throwing up or whatever, but it seems like that stuff is going around. My kids had that a while back. Welcome in over on the YouTube side, everybody. I've got my YouTube chat over here. We've got Kick, we've got Twitch. So once again, if you guys got any questions, please feel free to ask us. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a cube on the show, especially like this.
Nice, solid case.
So this case does come in white and black. Obviously, we have the white one today. We'll just domino all of our fans off there, and we'll roll right into the motherboard. I want to play game 90. Y'all's Topeka is 1 million times better. Trust me, you're missing nothing. Well, that's okay. Good to know.
Nice. Is snow on the ground there?
Man.
Snow's on the ground here. Still on the ground.
It still is, yeah. A lot melted yesterday, and a lot is going to melt today. I think we might even reach 60 degrees today, so that would be pretty nice.
I'm very excited for this 60-degree weather.
It will be good. Alrighty, so this is our motherboard here. This is the MSI Z790-P. This is the Pro. It comes with onboard Wi-Fi. So starting at the top of our I/O shield, we've got our little clear CMOS button there. Don't really use that much. And then we've got a Type-C Lightning port under that with a display port and HDMI for video outputs. Under that, we've got our legacy PS2 port on there. Kind of funny to still see that on the board with a couple USB 2.0s. Under that, there's 4 more USBs. The blue ones are obviously 3.0 and the black ones are 2.0. Then below that, we've got another Type-C with another, I believe it's, I forget which version. It's essentially a 3.0 port on there with a LAN connector, Wi-Fi ports, and 3 audio ports for our audio suite. So, yeah. What's up, Antonio? How pricey is it to build a decent PC at the moment? Asking because mine died, sadly. Well, that's too bad that your PC died, but it just depends on what you're going. Decent, like mid-range, I'd probably say around 1,500 to 1,700 would probably be a good price to get you in as. There is snow there. Looking forward to the piping. Oh, piping the heat out of my porch, or out to your porch. Very nice. Yeah, I don't know. One of my gaming buddies lives in Indiana. It's funny because they usually get the weather there. He's like, it's snowing here, and it's like, yep, it's going to snow here tomorrow.
Yep.
Same thing. Something capable of VR with Star Citizen, honestly. Okay, so with Star Citizen, you're definitely going to want to have that on an NVMe drive, so something like this right here, which most systems are going to have in them. You want this because it's really going to help your performance specifically in that game. A lot of games nowadays are requiring or recommending that you have an NVMe drive. So, yeah, you're from Croatia. Wow, so things are pricey here. Yeah, that's fair. All right, so we got our processor going in there. What are people looking out for when they're doing this, Zach?
So every processor, doesn't matter if it's a blue one or a red one, they all have a key on them. In one of the corners, there's going to be a nice little triangle, and we just want to locate that corner, and we want to locate the corner on our motherboard that also has that triangle, and if we put triangle next to triangle, it will sit perfectly. That is the scariest bit.
That's it right there. Once you get that in, you're pretty much good to go. You don't want to bend those pins on there. They can be really hard to fix and break a lot of the time, which will totally mess up your board, so you don't want to do that. You're more so going to use this for productivity. I'm trying my hand at the switch from blue to white collar. I see a wave and I want to ride that sucker. Well, you got an amazing PC here. Yeah, you really went all out with this one. Ultra 9 285K, 128 gigs. Yeah, you're going to be able to game, do work stuff, edit, all sorts of stuff with this thing. So, yep. Hashim, what's up? Hello, Zach and Paul, Ira and Nicole. Zach's haircut is still shocking. It's like he's ready for the first day of middle school.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, Zach. Taking some years off, you know, looking younger. That's always great.
I got up to 88 miles an hour and, you know, went back.
Went back in time. So Zach's installing our AIO right here. If you're not familiar with an AIO, it's an all-in-one. It's this liquid cooler right here. These are a great way to cool your processor. This is what I use in my rig at home. They're really easy to install and they provide great cooling. So if you get one of these and you're building one on your home, it's going to come with a few different sets of hardware. So you just want to grab the one that matches your socket. This is a LGA 1851 socket, so we're looking for that bag of hardware, which Zach has grabbed, got it mounted there. Most AIOs are going to have a few different cables coming out of them. There's going to be one for the pump, which looks like a 4-pin fan header. So you're going to find the CPU pump header on your board, or if it just says CPU fan, you could plug it into that one as well. And then this one has an RGB cable because it does have RGB lighting. There isn't a universal standard for AIOs, so some may have a 6-pin power connector, some may have different RGB connectors. There's just kind of a lot going on in those, so it just depends on the one you get. And most of the time that CPU power AIO is up there in the top left where you see Zach plugging that in there. They are labeled on the board as well. RNO Vanilla over on the kick side. Hello, what's the spec? So this is an Intel Core Ultra 9 285K for our processor. We've got an RTX 5090 for our video card, 128 gigs of system memory, and 18 terabytes of storage. So 2 terabytes is on this NVMe drive right here. And we've also got the 16 gig big boy hard drive from Seagate. So very nice. What's up, Necro? How you doing? It feels like Thursday now. No, that is just us. It's going to throw me off.
Yep. You're not going to be here tomorrow, and I'll be like, where's Paul?
Be like, oh, come on. Like, whoops. So we got our memory going in there. Now this is from Crucial. This is really, really fast memory. It is DDR5 5600 speed, but like I said, 128 gigs right there. So motherboard's pretty much built. We just got our NVMe drive to throw in. Most of these boards now have a toolless design on the heatsink. You see Zach pop it up right there. It doesn't even need a screwdriver. And this one has a latch to lock it in. So good second day of no work in North Carolina because the 2.5 feet of snow. Oh my gosh, I didn't know North Carolina got 2.5 feet of snow. Since North Carolina isn't equipped to handle that type of weather. Yeah, that's crazy. I did not know they were getting that much. I knew everyone was getting dumped on, but we got ours like a week ago. So When your workload increases, how easy will it be to switch to an AMD platform with more RAM? I know it's a motherboard and CPU, but surely it's not that easy. So what you've got here, when you do make that switch, want to play, everything else will transfer over. It really is just a motherboard and CPU. Now you might want to reach out to us when you do that so we can send you the other set of hardware that matches that AMD socket. But you can use the same AIO, it's just going to be different screws that lock into that. So it will be very, very easy. Make sure you obviously get a DDR5 board, which I'm sure you will. With what you're doing with this, you're kind of going all out. So, yep. Already today is snow day number 7 for my grandson here in Virginia, but we finally made it above freezing. Wow.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, it was very, very cold here like a week ago. I mean, we were not even getting above freezing on days. Some of the days was like the high of 18 or something like that. And we got a decent amount of snow, maybe like 4 inches, maybe 6 at most. But it stuck around. But like I said, a lot of it melted yesterday because we got up in the 50s. Today we're looking at the same. We might even hit 60 and should be that way for the rest of the week. So
60.
Goodbye snow.
And if it wasn't for that dang ding dong groundhog, we'd be going into springtime.
Yeah, what is it? 12 more weeks or is it 6 more weeks?
6 more weeks.
That's what the groundhog signifies.
I don't understand it.
My kid
So if the sun is out, he's going to see a shadow.
Okay.
If it's a nice sunny day,
yeah,
he's going to see a shadow, which means we're going to have more winter.
More winter.
But if it's an overcast day, he doesn't see a
shadow, and that means summer's coming.
Ending. I don't know. Whatever wise tale explains the reasoning behind that, I would like to hear that.
I would too, because it really upset my kid. Like on the way home.
Wise tale or is it wives?
I always thought it was a wives' tale. An old wives' tale, like T-A-L-E.
Yeah.
You know,
a wife who has a tale to tell.
A tale to tell the tale of the tale. Tell the tale of the tale.
We'll figure it out one day.
We'll get it. But no, my kid was super upset. She was like, "It's gonna be 6 more weeks of winter." I'm like, "It's a groundhog. Like it's just a thing." She's like, "My friend told me," and I'm like, "Well, that's what happened." But you know, yeah. Do we take away the groundhog or Santa? Which one? Arno Vanillalo, come to Minnesota. We always get snow in the winter. Oh man, I've got family that lives up in Minnesota, up in Fridley, near Minneapolis, little suburb of Minneapolis. My uncle works for the city. He drives the snow plows up there, so he always sends us pictures and stuff. There's really cool pictures they get when it's like extremely cold. It makes the stars and the moon look different, like they have like a halo around them.
Ooh.
It's really cool. So I've gotten a few pictures of that, but yeah, it'd be tough living in Minnesota, that's for sure. Different breed of people up there. Start developing an accent.
Yeah, that's too cold, don't you know?
Don't you know? All right, so we got our motherboard getting mounted into our case right now. So we've got the motherboard sitting on standoffs, and that protects the motherboard from the frame of the chassis. And Zach is putting in those motherboard mounting screws right now. So this is an ATX is the form factor of the motherboard and the case. So that just refers to the size of it. Most motherboards are ATX. It's just the standard size for a standard size case. Typically you're gonna have 9 mounting screws in there, 3 in the top, 3 in the middle, and 3 on the bottom. Sometimes there's an extra one on some motherboards. You just wanna make sure you're getting that in. If you've got the 9 in though, it's gonna be just fine. Hello, the local polar plunge is coming up where people jump into the river to raise money for Special Olympics. They've canceled it in the past because there was too much snow. Wow, that's up there in Virginia.
But it's called a polar plunge.
The polar plunge, yeah. They go to jump in the river and it's just ice and they like break their ankles. Oops. At least it was for a good cause. I was even thinking about camping this weekend.
Oh yeah.
We'll see, going out to Lake Afton.
Oh yeah.
My kid's been asking, for so long.
It's gonna be like 62 during the day.
Yeah, that's what I saw. And like lows are still gonna be slightly above freezing. Like I was looking up sleeping bags and stuff, and it looks like a Comfort 30 is what I'm gonna go with.
There you go.
You seem like the type of person to be familiar with that stuff, Zach. So Comfort 30s were like you're comfortable sleeping in 30 degrees. So I feel like when it gets that cold, it'd probably be fine, right? Especially if you're in a tent.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to wake up freezing.
Yeah. Once it gets below there, then that's when the comfort kind of goes away.
Okay.
But yeah, but also it, like, just because you have a 30-degree bag doesn't mean like you can't go under 30.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you throw a blanket on top of it,
Okay.
more
That'll help.
insulation,
Yeah.
more
And then everybody was saying to get like a sleeping pad. I remember you brought yours
off
to
of
Dallas.
the ground.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, I sleep.
So we might be going out to Shields, get some sleeping bags and go out there. I got the fire pit in my front yard and I've just been burning all that tree that we cut down.
Yep.
So it's kind of got me in the camping mood. I'm like, this has been kind of fun. Take the fishing poles out there, you know, do some stuff. It'd be fun. Uncut Chain, hello. Do you guys recommend 2x16 gigabytes or 4x8? Like, is there a difference in performance? All right, that is a great question, Uncut Chain. So I recommend 2x16. Now, if you put a memory test on 2x16 versus 4x8, the 4x8 is going to perform a little bit better than that 2x16. That being said, I don't think you're going to notice that in frames. I haven't seen that at all, and the 2x16 leaves you room to upgrade in the future. So that's why I would say go by 2x16. On paper, the 4x8 is going to perform better. But what you're actually going to see, like a real-world application, it's not going to be that big of a difference. They have rescue divers and wetsuits waiting in the water just in case someone gets into trouble. Well, that's good.
We call that hypothermia.
Yeah, yeah. Have you seen, you've probably seen some of the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. That guy, he just kind of goes out there alone, but sometimes he takes his kids out there. And he lives in Alaska, and he'll go out there and like, I'm going out into the Arctic with no tent. And he goes and like stays out there for days. I'm like, this is crazy, but it's so cool to see how they do that. Just like digging out snow and making a thing, getting a fire going, and like you're all good. I'm like, whoa, that's really cool.
That was my favorite merit badge to get in Scouts, was wilderness survival.
Yeah.
And like you had to build a tent, sleep in it overnight. You had to like create, I think 3 to 5 different ways to make fire.
Okay.
So it was pretty fun.
That sounds like fun. I never did that stuff. I wish I would have. That seems so cool. Because I still have to like YouTube how to.
I like learning how to survive.
Yeah. I love that. I just want to not be able to have to like look up how to tie a knot for my fishing line, because I've always got to do that. But some of the hook packages will have a little diagram on the background, which is nice. So I'll do that. Want to play a game? As a returning Hoosier after living in California for 12 years, Indiana can keep all this cold and polar plunge BS. You'll never catch me. That's funny. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of hard to get used to after living in California. California's got that perfect weather. We were out in San Diego for Comic-Con, and it was crazy. It was just every day, very nice. Don't even need an AC or a heater most of the year. You just leave your windows open all year round.
That's crazy.
I'm going out to Chico, California in April, which is like Northern California a little bit. There's a lot of like state parks and stuff. My aunt lives out there, so I think it gets a little colder there. Nothing like here or anything, but the temperature's not as nice as Southern California, but it should be fun. She like rides motorcycles, and she got a friend who's gonna let me borrow theirs. So we're gonna go like motorcycle ride through some state parks and stuff.
Yeah, because you're a biker.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on one, but actually last time was in San Diego when I took my buddy's bike out. But before that, it's been a long time, so it'll be fun. All right, so we've got our motherboard mounted. Zach is running our case cables. So like we mentioned in the beginning of the show, this is our power button, reset button, USB ports on top of the case. We've got one 2.0, one 3.0 on top of the case, and a Type-C, and a headset and mic port. So that's what Zach's plugging in right now. We like to do the cable management this way because it just makes your life a lot easier. We don't have all the fans in there. The only fans that are in the case are the ones we mounted to the radiator. So we can get all these cables bundled up and tucked away, and then we don't have to worry about them for the rest of the build. So when Zach gets those managed, we'll show you guys those a little bit later on before we get the other stuff in. What's y'all's current view on using Linux? I'm not systems literate, far from it, but I am aiming for security. So when I upgrade, my understanding is that a valid path. I literally drove 2 hours back and forth from Sacramento to Chico every day for work. Oh, you did? That's awesome. My aunt is a nurse out at the VA in Chico, so she always they don't have like a hospital in Chico, so when they'll get a lot of people that come in, it's like it's a clinic. They'll come in for like oh I'm having a heart attack, and they're like, you need to go to the hospital, but the hospital's like in Sacramento, so it's like, yeah, you need to get going like now. But that's really cool when we play games. It looks really awesome out there, so I'm excited to go visit. But oh yeah, sorry. Anyways, for Linux, yeah. So Linux is great. We can install that. We have some people that want Linux on. That's something we can do in our testing process as well. For me, Windows is very secure. I have no problems with using Windows. I am not super familiar with Linux, so I wouldn't be comfortable using it myself. But it is a great operating system, and we definitely have people that like that, and that is something that we can do. So I'm not even sure. Maybe take a YouTube course on how to use Linux, maybe. I'm not sure. Stop by the Sierra Nevada Brewery. You'll see my work on the pipes when you do the tour. Oh, awesome. That's really, really cool. I'll have to look that up. Sierra Nevada Brewery. Okay. Yeah, I forget which parks are up there that we're going to go to, but it's going to be really, really nice. All right, so while Zach's getting those managed, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to start getting our 5090 out because that box is always struggles with me. So this is a Founders Edition 5090. This is a really cool one. So this one is straight from NVIDIA. Obviously, that's what the Founders Edition means. And give Zach the fans. We've got the hard drive too. You want me to hold on to that for a bit, or you got that? All right. So it comes in this brown box, and it's got these pull tabs on there, you can see. But I have yet to ever open one of these where the pull tab goes all the way around. It usually rips like an inch in, so we'll see if we get lucky today. Oh, this one's already going better than, nope, there we go. That went better than most. It almost got one side of the box. Need to bring like a hatchet for these boxes. Just hack our way through them, so. But it's really cool. Once you get past this outer box, it does look very, very nice. Oh, yes, the claw.
The hook and pull.
Hook and pull, baby. That is the way. Now, this one, since this video card is so large, we will be using an anti-sag bracket, but we are going to be shipping it without the GPU installed. So we definitely have to have it in there to test it, obviously. But yeah, so if you're familiar with installing video cards there, want to play a game, you'll be, it's easy enough even if you aren't. If you have any questions, just give us a call and we'll walk you through the process. But we'll have the anti-sag bracket and everything set up for you. That way you don't have to worry about setting that or adjusting it to the right height or whatever. That did work pretty well. Maybe. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. Boom, boom, boom. So here is our 5090 right here. Now it does come with this dongle to plug it in. Most power supplies nowadays come with that. We're going to take that out. That way you have it in your accessory bag, but I don't think we're going to need it with this power supply. It is a gorgeous box. And then these just pull out. They can be a little bit stuck in there, but there's nothing like, no tape or anything keeping these secure. So they should just slide out. And then, voila, the 5090. Pretty awesome card. Now for how powerful this card is, it's not super large. It definitely is a big card and it has a lot of weight to it because there's a lot of metal in here to cool it. But obviously we got the 2-fan model here with the heat sinks. We got 3 DisplayPort and 1 HDMI coming out. That's pretty standard, but very, very powerful card here. It's gonna look great inside this system. Oh yeah, now you guys can see some of that cable management there. That looks very good. So we got our case fans going in right now. Now these 3 that you can see at the top, we obviously have the case on its side, but these are going to be 3 intake fans, and then Zach's installing 3 more intake fans on the bottom. So that's what's going to be bringing in all of our fresh air. I love the sound of the ratcheting screwdriver. The sight picks do not do this build justice. This looks great. Yeah, the ratcheting screwdriver is very satisfying. And yeah, this, you picked a really good one. Really good parts in here. It's going to look nice. The white AIO with the white fans, and these fans put out a lot of RGB. The lights look great on them. It's probably my favorite if you like RGB, and there's a whole bunch of different settings you can go through. And then if it gets too bright, you can always just turn the lights off and the fans will still spin. So. Got that here. Really the only thing left we have to unbox is going to be the power supply, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now this is a pretty special power supply we've got here. We don't see a lot of these on the show. This is the Fantex Revolt 1200 watt. Now this is an 80 plus platinum, I believe. Yep, 80 plus platinum. So this is a very efficient power supply, which is always great to have. We always recommend going with at least 80 plus something. You can buy power supplies that don't even have an 80 plus rating, and I would definitely stay away from those. But anyways, the 80 plus starts with just 80 plus regular, it's just a white label, and then it goes from bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and titanium. And so as you get up there, the more efficient the power supply is. So this one is very, very efficient. Cosworth says, I'm running a Stream Deck with its Steam OS, which is Linux distribution. The desktop mode is miles easier than the current Windows, as it has none of the bloat-like AI. Very nice. The thing is, you're learning the AI curve, so the more bad data I get, the better. Well, hey, there you go. Standard power cable comes with all the power supplies. Some, when you get into that higher wattage, have a different type power cable. Obviously, the end that goes into the wall is the same, but the actual part that goes into the brick is different. But this one is nice. It's got the standard one. It's always kind of frustrating when you have the different one, because if you lose it, you have to get that special power cable as opposed to just one that works with everything. And Zach's getting our 16 terabyte hard disk drive installed there.
Heck yeah, we're putting 6 screws into it. We're making sure this thing doesn't rumble.
Yeah. And with the Fantex Revolt, the power supply comes as just the box, and then you buy the cable kit with it as well. And these cable kits are really nice. A lot of people, you know, you guys that are familiar with PCs, I've definitely heard of cable mod before, like sleeved power supply cables. These look a lot like that. They are very high quality, very good looking cables. So it's a big bag of cables that comes with the modular power supplies. As you can see, we're not going to be using all these cables, so all the rest will be put in the accessories bag. If you need them in the future, you'll have them. Nice little Ziploc bag here. We don't have to rip it.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Dun, dun, dun. So while Zach's getting that stuff managed, I'll go ahead and separate out our cables. These ones have the built-in cable combs. I don't see these ones too often, so that is very nice. So what these cable combs do is they just keep all the cables very neatly organized. That way when they're in the system, they look great. So you'll see it once we get the stuff plugged in, but I'll show you the combs here on this 24 pin because it's the biggest one, easiest to see. So these are the cable combs. Now on the old style ones, you had to install these yourself. We are seeing more companies go with them already pre-installed, and then you can just slide these around. You don't need them to go down the whole length of the cable or anything. We're only going to be seeing maybe this much, probably even less of that in the system right here where it plugs in. So we're just going to separate these out a little bit, give that good clean look, and then we'll be good to go. We've got our motherboard 24 pin. We will always need that. This motherboard requires 2 CPU 8 pins over there above the RAM. That's a little different. So we'll get those out. And these CPU cables have those cable combs pre-installed as well. So any plans for the weekend with this nice weather, Zach?
Probably try and go day camping if I can.
Nice.
If I can convince the wife to go out. I don't know. Weekends have been really weird. We, watched Waiting on Guffman this past weekend for our tribute to Catherine O'Hara since she passed.
Yeah.
We're probably going to start Schitt's Creek here soon.
That'd be a good one to think
that's
about
already
her in
bringing
that.
on the tears for me.
Yeah.
So. But what plans you got? You going to try and go
Man.
fishing, camping,
Maybe, hopefully so.
throwing down some Warhammers?
That would be nice. It's been a while since I played some Warhammer. We got basketball on Saturday. My kids' basketball games are...
You be Coach Paul.
Yep, I'll be out there coaching Coach Paul. I got to tell her at practice, hey, I'm not your dad here. Can't be wanting me to pick you up and give you hugs and stuff.
You drop her off at the sidewalk and you
And then
drive
walk in,
onto
yeah,
the property.
We're not related here, baby.
Yep.
So yeah, we got that. We got basketball through the end of February, so
That's good.
it's almost over, but it's been super fun. There was one kid, so there's 2 courts at the place we play. They're smaller courts, obviously, for the kids. And their first and second graders is the age range or whatever. And we'll probably play this team, but on the other court, there was this girl who we thought was probably like 18, because she's literally 2 feet taller than everybody else. No, she was like second grader. And it was like, dude, it was like, I'm not kidding. It was like the distance from this desk to me. Like, it was crazy. Yeah. I was like, this girl's going to be in the WNBA.
I'm gonna eat you for breakfast.
Yeah, it was wild.
She's on some beaver tranquilizers.
Yeah. Like, dude, that's wild. So,
I'm just kidding. That's a joke to dodgeball.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so we've got our motherboard 24 pin here. We've got 2 of our 8 pin CPUs. We've got our 12 volt high powered cable to power that beautiful 5090. We're gonna need 1 SATA probably, right, for the hard drive and that. Do we want to do 2 separate SATAs or
Yes.
one line? Yeah, we'll do 2 separate SATAs. When you have a hard drive this big, that's a 16 terabyte, typically it's gonna want its own SATA power. It's probably not mandatory, but we've got all the extra SATAs, so we might as well use them.
My rule of thumb on thinking about it is if I'm in a heavy gaming session and all of a sudden my fans need to spool up while I'm loading into a new zone, and so my hard drive also goes to spool up, I'd much rather have both things having max power than like losing power on one thing's.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Your computer gets super hot while it loads up the map. And
Yeah.
then as soon as your map's loaded up, then your fans kick back
Then
on
it comes
again.
on, yeah.
That's too much.
Says that's super organized. Lord knows I need that in my life. Yeah, our cable management is the best in the biz. That is for sure. Geez, hey, let's try soccer instead. Yeah, I know. Like, whatever sport that girl's in is, I don't know, it's just a monster. Got the, I don't know what genetics those are, but the giant genetics. SteamOS does the one thing that makes me glad that I have my deck, and that's the console-like sleep function. You can wake it up unlike Windows and be able to pick up where you left. That's nice. I've been playing a lot of my Switch recently, and it's got a good sleep function as well. It's nice to just press the home button on your wireless controller and it kicks on. I love that. I've been playing Super Mario 64.
Nice.
I'm almost got all 120 stars. I think I'm at like 112, so gonna get a secret ending, which will be great. Better safe than sorry. I appreciate that. Redundance over reliance always wins in my book. Yeah, absolutely. You've got an extremely high-end system. And this way, if you have any drives that you upgrade in the future, you're going to have plenty of extra SATA lines to plug those drives in. So you've got 2 SATA lines. This is one. Zach's getting the other one out. So one of these is going to go to our fan controller box. So you're going to have 3 extra on one, maybe for like light strips or whatever if you upgrade anything. This other one is going to be going to your hard disk drive right here. So you're also going to have 3 extras. So you're going to have 6 extra SATA powers in here for whatever you need.
That's one thing this is going to need more of is RGBs inside it.
Oh yeah.
Where it's gonna glow like those old, because I can't say the word, uranium plates or uranium dishes. That are like made out of,
like
and
the
like you shine
crystal looking
them
one.
and
Yeah,
they glow.
yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, that's what this can do.
Yeah, I was just like somehow on my Reddit, the marbles subreddit has been getting fed to me. I don't know why. I never looked at anything marble wise, but people are into marbles, man. Oh my gosh. But yeah, then it got on talking to that. Yeah, is it radioactive glass? I don't know what it is. Or uranium, that's what you said.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's pretty cool. Bywin Sean, Bywin Sean, gentlemen, how the heck are you? Were you all at CES? Bummed I missed you. Well, hey Sean, good to see you. Welcome in. We had, Imad was there. We had one, I think one person at CES. It was that we didn't take a big group, so might have,
Don't worry, we'll miss Frizzle it and I'll get in the school bus one day and drive down there.
That'd be fun to go to. I see. I figured, Sean. I figured you were previously Aztec, Sean. Now you're, is it Bywin or? I think that's probably how you pronounce it. I don't know. Yeah, okay, Bywin. I was right. Very nice, very nice. Well, good to have you here. We've got an extremely high-end build here for Want to Play a Game 90. This is a crazy top-of-the-line build. So it's an Intel Core Ultra 9 285K, RTX 5090, 128 gigs of memory inside this. And we have a 2 terabyte Samsung 990 EVO NVMe drive and a 16 terabyte Seagate Iron Wolf hard disk drive. So very, very, very nice system here. And these ones coming together pretty quick, actually. These cubes will be pretty nice to build in. So we do have this build, obviously, that we're doing, and then after this build, we got our after show build that Zach's going to be doing. Got a, looks like a black NV5, pretty nice build over there coming up next. But if you guys like this show, go ahead, give us a like and follow or whatever it is on whatever platform you're using for us. If you want to see more of this stuff, if you want to follow us on our socials, CLX Gaming on everything. We do have a Discord, discord.gg/CLX Gaming. We do a lot of giveaways, so if you're interested in joining those giveaways, follow us. You'll see us post about those. The last one we did was a really cool Star Citizen giveaway, where one system went to CIG Industries and the other one went to the lucky winner, and they're like one-of-one builds.
I do need an extra VGA cable.
Extra VGA, for that 6-pin power at the bottom. Yeah. Well, that'd be a good thing to point out. So this board has an extra 6-pin power at the bottom, which we'll have to go get here in a little bit. So that will give extra power towards the video card there. You don't always need it in builds. Some builds do, some builds don't. So it's exactly why I opted to buy through your site. There's no way I would have had this amount of concentration and confidence worth every. Well, thank you. We appreciate those kind words. We really pride ourselves in what we do here. Zach is obviously the best at cable management. I did a build, like last week? Was it last week, Zach, on Tuesday when you were out sick? Yeah, I did a build and
last week.
Yep. I can get there, but Zach can make it look a lot better and get it done a lot faster than I can. That is for sure.
Dude, last week was a radiator flush
Ugh.
on the
Yeah,
body.
just everything.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
I blame
that
that.
flue
I blame
was
that
blowing
snow
around.
that came in.
Yep, it brought the
was like,
flu.
oh god.
Terrible. Yeah, and another good thing about buying it through us is we do customer service for life. You get lifetime tech support. Obviously, you get a 1-year warranty based on parts and labor, and you can upgrade that warranty if you want. But we're always going to take care of you.
But shit.
Our support staff is really awesome. So, I was going to have this all-white build is looking gorgeous. Another great PC build. Thank you, Necro. We appreciate you.
Necro's a winner.
Yeah, Necro won our
Necro build.
yeah,
Our
our Oracle build, yeah, our spooky season giveaway. That was really cool. So like we were talking about cable management earlier, so we did the case cables first. Zach got those all neatly bundled away so he hasn't had to mess with them for the rest of the build. Then we went to our fans and got those all taken care of, and now the last part of the build is these power supply cables. So that's what Zach's working on right now. There's a good middle section in the back of this case to do cable management. So that's where we're bundling this all up now. You guys can get a look at that here in just a sec. There you go. That's a really good light. So that top part there, you can see those are our CPU powers. So those are 2 separate cables there, plugged in, 2 8-pin powers. Those are bundled up nicely. They'll get tucked in right above that power supply there. Yep, just like that. And then we got our motherboard 24-pin that Zach's working on right now. And then the rest is the SATA cables and the 12-volt high power for our video card. All is well with the Oracle build still, Necro. That is good to hear. Haven't had any weird supernatural experiences with that in your house, so that's good.
Yeah, I want that right there.
Not yet, that's right, not yet.
Keeping it doused with holy water.
That's right. Cable management is just so satisfying to watch. I know a lot of viewers say that, but it is nice to watch it all get all folded up and bundled. So these are bundled separately, so you can see Zach getting that SATA cable there bundled up. Want to play a game? So if you need them, those are the cables that you'll use. These are for your extra hard disk drives and stuff like that. Between the customer service, y'all's thoroughness and dealing with Bill specifically, I can't imagine getting parts or another custom PC built any other way. That warranty is what sold me on the whole process. It was either invest in a car or the future, call it dumb, call it smart, but whatever this does, I will do it with the biggest smile. Well, hey, that's great.
Nice.
We're so glad you've had a good experience. We love hearing that. It's always great. It makes us happy too. Yeah, and we'll take care of you. And Bill's great. Bill's office is like right outside the door. I've been working with Bill ever since I've been working with Bill for over a decade now, which is crazy. But Bill's a really fun guy to work. His office is right outside our door, right this way. So it's really cool. He's a fun guy to chat with.
Poop this out here. I don't know if that's really where I want it.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to...
So we've got that 12-volt high power cable routed through there. That way when we get our video card in, we can just plug it in very easily. And then if there's any slack on that cable, we can still pull it out the back and get that all cleaned up and everything. But yeah, this build's gone really smooth. We're almost done here. So we'll just get our video card in, get that plugged in, and do a little bit more cable cleanup, and then we're there. So after this one is built, like all of our computers, it's going to go to testing and integration. So the first thing we do there is get into the BIOS of the machine. So we'll make sure our RAM speed is set correctly. So for this one, it's DDR5 5600. So we'll make sure that it is running at 5600 speed. All of our storage devices are showing up, so that 2 terabyte Samsung 990 EVO NVMe drive and the 16 terabyte Seagate drive, we'll make sure those are showing up. If you opt for overclocking, which is an option for your GPU and CPU on our website, that's where we would do that. But once we've got our BIOS set, we load the operating system. So Windows, Linux, whatever you choose is what we'll load on there. And then after that's loaded, we run a test for the system for 12 hours. So it's a 12-hour burn-in or 12-hour stress test that we use various benchmarking softwares to make sure everything's stable and running as it should. But other than that, that is all we put on the system, just a clean OS. None of those benchmarking softwares will be on there, none of that stuff. You just get a fresh, clean OS at home. There's no bloatware, not a whole bunch of different antivirus programs that you don't want or any crap like that. Just a clean install of your operating system. Then obviously when it's done for that, goes through QA for a final check and then it gets shipped out. What is the cost for a build like this? Ask Island Vibes. I do not have the total cost up here, but this one is very, very high end. So it is going to be up there. This is the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K with an RTX 5090, 128 gigs of DDR5 system memory with a 2 terabyte Samsung 990 EVO and a 16 terabyte storage drive. So very, very nice build. It's my understanding that the GPU will be shipped with but detached. Will I get a fancy box for it? Yes, want to play a game. So obviously we have it in there to test like how we're doing right now, but this will ship without it installed. That way it doesn't get damaged in shipping. Now the fancy box you will get is this one right here. Now obviously we're not going to slap a shipping label on this. It's probably, this box will probably be inside of another box just to help keep it protected and everything. But yeah, boxception. So yeah, but it's going to come, it should come in something like this. If for whatever shipping reason, maybe when our shipping team gets this, they don't like how this is fitting in a box, it might come in something separate just so that it's really secure there, but most likely it's going to ship to you with inside of this, with this being in another box. Look at there, look at that beautiful cable management. So good. So this is your 16 terabyte hard drive right here. That's why you got these SATA cables. This black is our SATA data cable. So this is what's going into our motherboard. And this is obviously the SATA power cable that's going up here to our power supply. Lido Drifter asks, is this a customer build or a giveaway? This is a customer build. It's actually for Wanna Play a Game 90 here and chat with us. Ooh, 3T209 asks, how's the Bronco coming along, my guy?
You're so good at that, Paul. Just reading names and
numbers. Man, I got really good with the TikTok because people will like they'll use like a fake name and then it's like user 206381293 or something. It's like, yep.
It's coming along very well. I actually designed a livery for it last week and have ordered it. So hopefully it will be getting some color put on it once the weather gets nice.
Yeah. I know I'm ready to go wash the truck, but it's like you got to wait for all this stuff to melt and then a day for it to like all drain.
Yep.
Yeah, we are pretty much done here, guys. We're gonna get our side panels and all this stuff back on, and then we'll power this thing up. Appreciate you guys being with us. Once again, it's CLX Gaming on all the socials and stuff if you like this type of stuff. We got one more build after this though, so we'll probably take a quick break, and then after this one, Zach's got a really cool NV5 to do with you guys after this. Sharks fan, hey, San Jose, baby. Yes, that's right. We're big Sharks fans here. At least I am. It was pretty disappointing, the Oilers game. We're up 3-0 in the first period, and they came back and tied it in the third period and won in overtime. So that was real sad. And then we just got totally beat out on our last game. So maybe we'll make the playoffs. The Alexa thing said 40%
chance.
So we'll see.
That's pretty good.
No, it doesn't violate anything there. Want to play a game? We're not. Oh man, we said her name and now she's here. No, it's just we don't. You know, it's up to you if you want to share that. Is what I'll say. Yeah, we're the king of throwing games. That is for sure. There, it's too bad, but hey, we got Macklin Celebrini. We got Will Smith. Yeah, Will Smith. Not the guy who slapped the dude, but yeah, the young Will Smith, the young 20-year-old Will Smith. So, you know, we're rebuilding. Misa needs to do some stuff too, but he's supposed to be really good. Total amount plus everything additional cost just under 10K with the build and no peripherals. And the extras were around 8,300 or so. Yeah, absolutely. Great to have you here. Want to play a game? So, guys, we're at the end of this build. We're going to go ahead and power it on so you guys can see what it's on. And there we go. Boom. That's what's great about these white fans and the white builds. They just look awesome. Now you can, Zach will show you, this is going to come with a remote to control this, want to play a game. So you can sit back and use your remote to go through all different colors, different modes, different cycles, all sorts of stuff. It is a really pretty build. The white ones with the white M2 fans always look great. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this build here, guys. It's going to power cycle a couple times because it's its first time being on, so that's nothing to be concerned about. But yeah, really appreciate doing this build. This was a really fun one, super high end. So thank you guys for being here. If you like the show, give us a follow. CLX Gaming on everything. We do this shows Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock Central Time. Tuesdays we're here where you guys are all watching this, YouTube, Kick, Twitch. Thursdays we are exclusively on TikTok. So if you are a big TikToker, follow us there and you can see me and Zach on Thursday. So we're going to take a quick break and then we will be right back with another build. So thank you guys for being here. We appreciate y'all. We will see you after the break. Bye-bye.
Turn my head with a side flip. I know you liked it. Baby, go and earn it. Or stay frustrated. Let me draw your map so you know where you're at. Like to attract and you react. Lay your eyes on me. Find out with me, baby. Yeah, next round on you. I'll get to do. Be good to you. My appetite.